For our gadget guy, he wears many hats, right?
Many.
Traffic guy.
Yep.
He's, well, regular Mike Yanni, I guess, as a human being. He's also the gadget guy on television. But this is kind of interesting. We're going to bring him in.
Yeah.
Because you found this in the archives, didn't you?
This is the thing,
Yeah.
Ted, is that we're under construction at the BT studio. So all these things are getting unearthed. And we found something very, well, pretty much the oldest thing there.
Yeah. Mike, I mean, take it away, Mike. I mean, set this up.
Well, you know what? You guys are kind of surprising me because I'm not even sure exactly what you found. I haven't even seen this yet, but I've heard rumors that you found this retro old Gadget Guy segment from years gone by.
From days gone by. Very old.
Oh, let's take a look. Times, they sure are changing. In fact, technology is moving faster than a steam-powered locomotive. And I'm going to show you a whole bunch of new fandangled gadgets that are going to make your life a lot easier. The days of wondering where your husband is are coming to an end.
Eric!
Keep a tighter leash on your man with this marvelous wonder. It's called the telephone. To use it, simply hold this plastic tube to your ear and speak into the mouthpiece. What happens next is a miracle. A man known as an operator will flick some switches, pull some wires, and connect you to another so-called telephone. Now you're free to speak to one another without yelling.
Are you intending to spend all that time at the snooker parlor? Shame on you, sir.
Experts predict someday you'll be able to carry a large telephone in your pockets. Like that will ever happen. I made my way inside the cottage hospital where I pulled Dr. Skinner out of surgery to show us some new advances in technology when it comes to health. And first thing we want to talk about is advancements in asthma treatments.
Yes, very good. You notice these are Players Light cigarettes here. Cigarettes are so good for an asthmatic patient. They just smoke it and the coughing really strengthens their lungs. I highly recommend it.
Interesting. Now these guys here, this is another breakthrough we want to talk about.
Yes, these are some retractors. So we have our tool set up for removal of appendix here. And if I were to make an incision, my nurse will take these retractors and open everything up so I can get inside and repair what needs to be fixed.
Very handy. Very handy. Now last but not least, and this is probably the biggest breakthrough in medical technology.
Yes.
What is this?
Well, I use this to remove patients' tonsils. Very easy. We just thread some wire through the tip here and take it and put it tied around the base of the patient's tonsils and cut them out like that. Do you still have yours? Your tonsils?
I do.
Oh my goodness. Well, everyone needs their tonsils removed. You must have a free minute if we can just take them out here open wide.
And finally, get ready to put down your quills. You may never need them again with the linotype machine. Pressing lettered keys will magically convert molten lead into plates. These plates are then put into something called a printing press. Ink is rolled on top, then the plate is pressed against a roll of paper, and you end up with a perfect copy. Don't expect these to go mainstream, though. Let's be honest. Who wants to get ink all over their hands? So there you have it. More high-tech gadgets than you can shake a stick at. Next week, we're going to take a look at this mysterious device. Trust me, ladies, you're going to love it. For Breakfast Television, I'm Mike Yanni. Okay, so a bit of a disclaimer there. We know smoking does not cure asthma.
Yeah.
In fact, it is bad for you. So kids, if you were listening to that, ignore that. They didn't know any different back then.
It's interesting too, Mike, that over the years your accent has changed a little bit compared to what we just saw.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really
strange. It kind of dropped that accent. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you were from the East Coast and the Southern United States.
And who knew that someone could, do something so long ago and look so young these days?
It's my boyish
amazing,
good looks. It's my boyish good looks. They've stuck with me through the decades.
Mike. There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
I do want to point out, you guys, for those who don't know, the telephone, you can actually, they are working telephones at Heritage Park. They actually have an operator on site, and you can actually pick up one of the phones, and you can dial and connect to another phone. And if you have time, that linotype machine is fascinating. To see that thing actually working, I have no idea how they figured out how to create it. It is mind-blowing. So if you have a chance to check out some of those gadgets down at Heritage Park, highly recommend it.
Well, that was very cool.
Thanks,
I'm glad
Mike.
we unearthed that, Mike Yanni.